Hello, I'm Chris Morphew. I'm a writer, teacher, and school chaplain living in Sydney, Australia, and I have remembered to bring everything from work home except my tripod, so we're gonna improvise. I think they say you gotta mix up the camera angles to build YouTube retention anyway. I got a new book coming out and I wanted to tell you about it. It's called How Can I Feel Closer to God? It's out this week, or if you're not watching the video this week, it's out now, or if you're watching it in like 50 years, it's probably out of print. Anyway, most of you can get it now. What about this? What do they call that? A Dutch angle? I went on Instagram and asked my followers to leave me some questions about the book, and today we're going to do a little Q&A. What is the book about? Well, it's about how you can feel closer to God. So I start the book with a little anecdote about one of my students at the school where I teach. She came up to me and she was like, "Mr. Morphew, I got a problem. I know God is real in here, but I just don't know if he's real in here," which I thought was a very perceptive question. And if that's kind of how you feel, well, you're the kind of person I wrote this book for. I think a lot of us, especially if you grew up in the kind of church world that I grew up in, we're pretty good at like knowing stuff about God, but knowing about someone isn't the same as knowing them. So how do you get to know a person that you cannot see? That is what the book's about. Do I have to be religious to read your books? Thank you for asking. Absolutely not. In fact, when I am writing my books, the main audience that I kind of have in mind are the students at my school. And at my school, there is a whole diversity of people. There are people who are like church people who've grown up knowing about Jesus their whole lives. And there are people who come from like all kinds of other backgrounds. And this book is my attempt to write for everyone. On a related note, what makes you so sure God is even real? Well, there are a couple of ways to answer that question, and so actually I wrote a couple of books about it. This book here is an old one in the same series. This is the knowledge for the head, but this book is for like another huge part of how we make decisions, and that's like the experience, the heart, like how does it all work out in real life? It's like, how do I take knowledge and ideas and theories about God and actually like see if they're true in real life? Well, this is what I'm trying to do with this one. Do you have a target audience age in mind? My publisher says that this series is for 9 to 13-year-olds. I say it's for like 9 and up. My 98-year-old grandma read one of the books in this series and she said it was really good. Now, admittedly, that might be a biased sample, but my point is, whatever age you are, if you can read a book with chapters in it, hopefully there's something in here that'll help you out. Anyway, like I said, the book is out this week, or like now. It's out in March 2023. Is there anything else I was supposed to add here? Questions and answers, lighthearted tone. Guys, I think we did it. How can I feel closer to God? Buy your copy today. Call to action. That's what else you're supposed to put in these videos. If you click the links in the description, you can find the first couple of chapters to read for free, and you'll find links where you can buy the rest of it. And I hope you do, and I hope you love it, and I hope I remembered how to make a video, because the deadline was February 6th, and it's definitely almost March.